5-2 loss against the Royals. He did go 6 innings, allowed 8 hits in his career.
And was seen asking for one more inning, one more pull. So around to the left side against the righty. Fouled away.
Catch there, but you know, I just think the stuff is still there.
Strikes out Bolt to start the afternoon.
On the outside corner, so even with the lack of success, you know that stuff is still there. It'd be different if he were tiring and fortune, but the stuff is still there and he's still feeling good.
First time we've ever seen him touch triple digits. 1-1 to
feeling good, but it's warm elsewhere, you know, so that's not the only reason he's hitting 100.
Laureano into right center. Willie Castro is there. Speaking of Willie Castro and the Tigers, Sean Murphy. If there is a trade piece for Oakland, numbers starting to creep up a little bit offensively, as you see there in the last 8 games. There are teams that would love to have this guy handling their pitching staff as they make a playoff push.
Yeah, 150, 160, but here's a good example of some offense from a catcher.
Challenge his bench coach right there, Brad Ausmus, the former Tiger skipper.
I'd like to have had the chance to go over and just say hello.
Foul tipped into the glove of Eric Haas. A couple of strikeouts for Tarik Skubal in the first, just like Zach Logan. There's fans here in attendance. Tarik Skubal going to work here in the second against Chad Pinder, who swings and misses. And it's 0-1. This one's grounded foul. 2 different halves within the first half, if you think about it. That one's up and in. He started out great, because of the early success he had. And he strikes out Pinder to start the second, but then
he wasn't able to go down and away with that slider to left-handed hitters, and that was the start of it. And then plate and get those broken bats and jamming those right-handed hitters. He wasn't able to do that. He's making them, and that's what happens is you start talking yourself into missing and making those bad pitches.
It's not the velocity of the fastball as much as it is the location.
Pitches on the inside part of the plate to left-handers.
This is in the air to shallow left center. Riley Green gives way to Robbie Grossman.
Do that.
Faces Steven Piscotty. And a first pitch strike. It's interesting you talked about that with the first 11 starts in the last 7 against that pitch he possesses.
And then a sinker 2-seamer away. So moving that fastball all around, and they're up and away. Really a pretty good diagram on how to pitch right in this at bat.
2-2 to Piscotty.
But that's what getting glove side to a right-handed hitter means.
Struck him out. Couple more punch outs for Skubal here in the second. He looks sharp, especially with the high velocities.
Up and away. So as he's going inside, outside, up, down, and it just moving the fastball all around. So everybody's seamer and a 2-seamer. So plenty of movement and good velocity out of Tarik Skubal so far.
He's facing the bottom third of the Oakland order. Sheldon Noisy. That's foul tipped and caught by Eric Haas. 1-2. All over the place. Fouled away.
And the slider. He hasn't broken out the curveball or changeup yet.
Maybe he doesn't need to. That's the fastball at 90. You tell when pitchers are saying, you know what, here it is. Do the best thing you can with it, because I just have the utmost confidence in my stuff today. His machine.
He is telling you, but also you're reading the reaction and the swing.
Heck out, right back at him. Off his glove. Zach Short helps him out. Murphy here in the fourth. Bolt struck out swinging. One of ground ball to third. Nice play by Jamer Candelario.
But this year it's like, yeah, I think it's flipped. I think he's become more of a ground ball pitcher. I think the numbers or something like that ground ball rate.
last 3 outs recorded have been ground balls.
You're up and getting a little bit more of that ground ball action where the hitters, it's just enough of a break where they get on top of it. And then also, I think maybe more of a pronounced usage of hitting the sinker or the two-seamer that's allowing him to get some more ground balls.
Another strikeout for Skubal, number 6. 2 up, 2 down here in the Oakland.
Short little slider. It's just big enough and has enough vertical break to keep the right-handed hitters off of it.
Yeah, the reason I
balls and pop-ups.
Check swing foul.
But I think, yeah, just about, because ground balls, just keeping them off of that fastball in the barrel of the bat.
Murphy wouldn't chase. It's 1-2.
13th, and he still has really good command.
Now 2-2. Broke his bat. Not playable.
That's, some extra base trouble.
Another one fouled away.
And you tank there and just picking when and where to use it.
Quite the battle with Sean, Skubal, and Murphy coming here. Just got a piece.
And, so that one is up and away, but it's with that slider. Tries to come right back with the same pitch.
Count for Tarik Skubal this afternoon. And he hit it. First base runner for Oakland comes with 2 down here.
Ball inside. I'm going to make sure I get it. I think that one he might have tried to overthrow just slightly. Try to make sure that it was a little bit too long.
Quickly 0-2 on Chad Pinder. Fouls it back.
See if he can get Pinder to chase.
Struck him out. And that's how the inning ends. Nice job by Tarik
Skubal. This is a perfect example that Tarik Skubal is showing us today.
He will face Seth Brown. Steven Piscotty swung on and missed.
The plate or inner part of the plate, that's down and away. Very difficult. Another one that he's trying to get him to chase.
Brown fouls it back. They play Brown to pull. He pops it up on the left side. Candelario shielding his eyes from the sun. And he can't make the play.
High sky, no clouds, blue sky, and that's sunshine. And it always leads to something really weird happening in this ballpark. He knows where it's going to come down, but he can't see it. And you're just hoping that it comes out of the sun. Just, okay, I'm going to block the sun with my glove. I'm going to block it and then just hope.
That's fouled away by Piscotty. Yeah, you think about that. That ball landed a foot past.
This in a day game with the sun being up there, you just wonder why he does not have them.
That gets through the legs of Eric Haas all the way to the backstop. Piscotty sends one to left on a line, and a nice diving catch made by Robbie Grossman.
Right on third base, he comes up with the catch and then easily tags up and trots home.
This is Sheldon Noisy. Is out against Tarik Skubal back in the third. Late to make it 1-1.
Yeah, the Seth Brown obviously was a pop-up, but that hard hit ball off of this inning. So second time through, I think he's starting to realize, okay, before they get comfortable and start teeing off, so they're not up there looking everything hard.
Fun to come home and pitch here for Tarik Skubal. He strikes out Noisy for the second. Strikeouts for Skubal. The Mile Machine stands in for Oakland. Machine fouls it back. It's 1-2. And came home on a sacrifice fly from Steven Piscotty to get Oakland within a couple. Skubal just missed. Just off the edge, a full count.
Well, is able to lay off of both of them.
Broke his bat, softly to left. Grossman is there. And the inning is Sports App presented by Miller Lite. Tarik Skubal goes to work here in the 6th. The 9, 1, and 2. I know you had a long conversation with him before the game today. Yeah. I try not to eavesdrop too much on conversations, but Andrew Chafin, and yet you get along famously.
I do. I just love his person to Cleveland, and then just, you know, how he liked playing here.
The base hit by Nick Allen to lead off the Oakland 6th. Just the second. Sky Bolt tries to bunt and bunts through it to make it 0-1. Tiger shifted to the left side, and he grounds to that side. Short quickly to Scope, and not in time.
That's just a wonderful turn. He got a lot on that throw, but just because, you know, he had to wait back instead of being able to come in and then fielding that ground ball and then being off.
Who has flied out and struck out. On the corner, 1-1. Swung on and missed, 1-2.
Threatening too much about like he's going to steal.
Strikeout number 9 is Laureano looking at a called third strike, 2 away.
Even though it was just maybe an inch or two, maybe off the plate, it was not on the plate. He's going to make sure he misses off the plate and he gets the call.
Only happened a couple of times here today. That one on the outside corner to make it 1-1. A little low, and it's 2-1 to Sean Murphy. Low and inside, 3-1.
I remember that was one of the things that I hated about warming up during a game.
Second, 4th, 20 pitches in the 5th. This one's become a little bit longer too. Twice, both swinging against Skubal. Got a little piece of that, held on by Eric Haas, 1-1.
Swing through it.
Swings through another, and it's 1-2.
Here and come out again for the 7th inning.
Inside a little bit, and it's
good execution. Just execute one more time.
Ground ball to short. And the Tigers and